The time has come for another special, but first, I want to give an ode to joy, because someone recently got that melodix card. And believe it or not, I actually got another one soon after that. That one being Moon River. So how'd I get 2 melodix cards so quickly? Because I somehow managed to get the for elise card dirt cheap compared to the rest of my collection, leaving behind enough money to save up for the next one faster, which was Ode to Joy. Then later on, I got the Moon River card. So that's how I got 2 new cards in between 2 Q&As. Now I've already recorded the line input of each of these cards, so their line input recordings will come out sometime after this Q&A. This is the mystery upload I mentioned in the previous video queue. It'll be 3 uploads in one day. The line input recordings of For Elise, Ode to Joy, and Moon River. This also marks a bit of a milestone for me as a melodix card collector. I now have half the set of cards, and 4 cards for the pre-siren test chimes this year. The MCT05 Ode to Joy will be the first chime heard on the first Saturday of March, and the second chime on that day will be the ML304 synth of Tanbi. The MCT08 Yuyake Koyake, or Small Sunset Glow, will replace the medley version of Edelweiss for May, the MCT04 For Elise will replace the chime station version of Morning for August, and the MCT14 Moon River will replace the chime station version of Moon River for October. And one of these 2 green sleeves chimes will only be replaced if I get an MCT09 green sleeves card, because I don't want to have 3 green sleeves chimes in one year. And speaking of the melodix, I recently made a new synth chime. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, I of all people made a classic love song into an ML304B chime. That song being, this. Due to me being romantically unexperienced and uninterested in a relationship with anyone, that ended up being the first song that popped into my head. It also sounds nice in melodix form. And now one more thing before I start the Q&A portion. I finally finished putting together the plug-and-play portable console. So for those who care, I'll go ahead and show it off. So what this is basically just a version of plug in and play TV games that you can play on the go. I took the motherboards out of a few plug-and-plays and turned them into cartridges that fit in the main unit, the plug-and-play portable. I still need to label the cards, as well as convert more plug-and-plays into cartridges, but for now, here are the basics. The cartridges slide into this slot on the bottom, and you turn it on and you're ready to play. Here's some gameplay footage of the SpongeBob game with line input recorded audio. Now in order for the camera to be able to see everything properly, I'm going to need to turn down the brightness of the display. So I'll go into the OSD menu here and turn it down. Now, the sound quality from this unit turned out better than I expected, but here's one more cool thing about the sound. And it's the sound it makes when you turn it off with headphones or some line input device plugged in. That wasn't some edit. The system really does make that sound when powered down with earphones. It doesn't make the sound when using the built-in speaker, only when something's plugged into the headphone socket. So I recorded the sound and saved it for possible future videos. Now, unfortunately, there are some minor flaws with this device, one being its lack of a low battery indicator. So you could be simply playing a game and it just randomly shuts off on you. The battery life seems to differ from game to game. For example, I get about an hour and 20 minutes on the SpongeBob game, and about an hour and 45 minutes on the board games one. Another disadvantage is the inability to play it while charging. You can turn it on while charging, but the unit draws power from the battery even while plugged in, and it drains the battery faster than the charger charges it, so the battery can still die even when charging. The battery will only charge if the main unit's power is completely turned off. And an obvious disadvantage is its size. You can't fit this brick in your pocket, but hey, this thing isn't all bad. It is possibly the world's first portable version of plug it in and play TV games. And this thing also has decent video and sound quality. So while this may be a step back in portable gaming, it's a step forward for plug it in and play TV games. Now before I start answering questions, I want to give a quick shout out to Ghosty Pants and this hilarious drawing I saw in the community tab showing her about to pop a heart with a sewing pin. Seriously though, that heart looks terrified. All we need now is Blockhead joining in on the action. Jershin Studios commented, "Hey BSP, questions for 38K. 1. Is the Rinxlen chime station dead, or is it still thriving?" Not exactly. Most of the chimes got knocked out by the hard drive crash. Here are the only ones that made it. 2. Now that you've got 3 horns, the long horn, reflex horn, and black toa horn, I just got this question for you. If you do a siren test, why will you only test it once with the mini Basai during the Love is Blue chime and not the other chimes? I only did all 3 once because the toa horn is a power horn and the other 2 horns are traditional 4-ohm speakers. So I was afraid it would overload the amplifier in a way because I'm not sure it's designed to be able to handle both types of speakers at once. 3. Can you listen to this Samsung ringtone version of Humoresque? Sound like one of those songs you hear in like one of those picture compilation videos. Wingo Chan commented, "Wow, this song sounds cool and heavy metal. Also, can you tell me more about the photo-negative Blockhead's personality, please?" Sure. The photo-negative Blockhead in question is known as Anti-Blockhead, and he's basically a reverse version of Blockhead. Blockhead is the mascot of Singularity, which would make Anti-Blockhead the mascot of, well, Anti-Singularity. And since you catch feelings easily, and I can't really feel romance, it stands to reason that in this drawing, while my character's sidekick is Blockhead, yours would be Anti-Blockhead. The description of the video also goes into some detail regarding the character as well as the drawing itself, which is of course just dramatization done for entertainment purposes. SIE Productions commented, "Questions for 38K. Do you spot any differences and similarities from TSM and SIEPS? I guess they share some of the same characters, but SIEPS has trains while TSM is mostly just sirens. 2. Not really a question, but SMRT means Singapore Mass Rapid Transit. Search for that and you'll get trains." Okay. "Have you heard of Lunar Testing 23? "No SIE, I haven't. Not until now, at least." 4. Yes, it's true I get a lot of lightning strikes in Singapore. I thought so. Nightwolf Gaming 2 commented, "Questions for 38,000K. 38,000K is 38 million. I'm never going to make it there." So I think you just meant 38K. "Could a music siren with an air hose put up to a disc with holes and timed solenoids work? That's an idea I have for a Gen 3 music siren." Believe it or not, something like that already exists. In fact, a quick Google search shows it even predates the Yamaha music siren, and several people have replicated it on YouTube. Sirens Tornado commented, "For the 38K, hello, do you remember the CS8 siren from my music siren video? Here's another video of where it gets tested without anything messed up." Something's wrong with my f***ing screen recorder again. I recorded like the whole video of me reacting to it was like 8 minutes long, and it only saved only a minute and 31 seconds of it after I stopped the recording. And although there wasn't really much to react to anyway, it was just kind of a Roblox siren test of a CS8, so I'll just link it in the description. Oh, and before anything else, for the music siren dampers, I made scripts to make them move. The siren itself is not completed, but I hope you liked it. Also, those disassembled things were some siren parts and some control boxes, such as like a workspace. Yeah, I kind of assumed there was a place to put things together. I do that with 3D Builder sometimes, like when I was still 3D modeling the music siren. I had a little spot where I'd make the choppers on the 3D Builder file. Christina Monte commented, 38K questions. Can you show the songs of the decatone siren? I'll show one in this Q&A, but only one so you get the idea of what it sounds like, because I want the decatone songs to have a video of their own one day, much like my rinxlen chimes. By the way, the rinxlen SC1 chimes video is in the queue, but it keeps getting pushed down by other stuff. So for now, I have it in place to be made after the TSM Thunderplex Part 2 episode. The 500 DHTT Siren Fan Man commented, questions for 38K, is there any way you can make it like any more 3D printed sirens like a Penetrator 10 or some more sirens, thank you.
You mean like this? I made this one years ago.
Ghosty Pants commented, holy mama, thank you a bunchies for the E57 song promotion. I was surprised when this one showed up and hoped you'd have a reaction to the 1003 song. Ree!
So, and the quality, the picture quality went down again. Hang on. Like the Windows XP background. Here from the baby. Assuming that this part is a reference to in All Saints Count and Tornado Sarah Madness worlds of Tazio dragging 1003 away when they were going to go focus on their skills in the half-pipe. Oh, what happened to Nick Bolsky over here? He got kind of crunched there. And he spilled his Tempest Cola right there. It's green. Tempest Cola is actually just cola colored, but alright. I don't know, maybe it's like Tempest Cola's version of Mountain Dew or something, I don't know. Which would be M10 Dew, which has a gray can. Whatever. Not even the solenoid broke off here. Yeah, it keeps showing the time bar here. I'm trying to point things out, so I'll just use my finger. By the way, if any of you want to know the lyrics, I think it says in the comments section, it's get over here, Thunder Baby, and no thanks 1003, stay away from me. Let me just see if I'm right here. There, guys. So open the reply. It says, get over here, Thunder, but please just let me be free and stay away from me. And then someone thought of, please 1003, stay away from me.
Neoprosag 1905 commented, questions for 38K Q&A. Once you finish that 3D printed version of the Pong console, are you going to work on the 5S3T by any chance, apart from the siren figurines? I'm not so sure about the 5S3T anymore because I'm a little worried I may have been overloading the motor with that big chopper. And if I overload the motor for too long, it could potentially overheat, which would melt the plastic of the 3D print, causing the siren to fall apart. 2. In that TSM music video, Criminal by Britney Spears, how'd you make that glass translucent effect on Madison, aka Wango Chan, the moment she starts singing the lyrics? That was done by placing a light blue rectangle with the fill set to marker over the window where Wango Chan Alerter was standing behind. Three, since you did that stop motion with your mini sirens in the Random Siren Shorts 18, have you ever thought about doing the same with your TSM character figurines in a TSM episode style? I'd first need to 3D print a T128 figurine and a Wayland figurine, but if I made that TSM intro with the figurines, it'd most likely just be a Q&A intro at some point rather than the intro to an actual TSM episode. 4. In that TSM episode Chopper's Collector Rings and Chaos Part 2, what was Basai Musen or Yamaha going to perform because of what happened in 2001 SRMB? The song that we're going to play is called Taps, and it's a bugle song used by the military to honor fallen soldiers or something like that. Taps doesn't exist on a melodix card, though. After rewatching the part in TSM London Trip Part 2, where we see Thunderbolt and his friends taking the elevator, or lift as they call it in India at most points, I somehow got hyped about it, especially since I'm an elevator enthusiast and filmer myself primarily. If you by chance throw in an elevator in any of your future Tornado Siren Madness episodes, why not kindly watch these links below, which are the best examples of modern elevators of the current generation. And then there's too many links for me to show in this video, so maybe I'll watch them on my own time. Mark commented, "Why is the heart monitor company called Beat Off? What are you not telling us, BSP? You discovered an Easter egg. It's a heartbeat monitor, so I called it Beat Off as sort of a hidden, dirty-ish joke." Dink and Dane commented, "Q&A questions. Can you react to my TSM videos? They are the Federal Signal Waylands and the remake of 550's Cloning Machine." I'll just react to the Waylands one. I don't want to make this video too long.
Today is test day. I am not a
My head
test.
looks a little far back. Thunderbolt. It's rotating but not sounding.
Darn it. Why didn't I sound off? I'll go to Mega Blasters and see what's wrong. Stop being so cynical, or I won't fix your
350.
rotator. Dude, I want a test.
Why do you have 3
Aren't
control
you
boxes?
supposed to help me? Go shut up. You think you're so smart? Then why do you go to jail? Yeah, dude. You're supposed to
Because
be
he's
in
smart, but
prison
he's a
right
criminal.
now. You are going back to jail. I am gonna use my teleportation
realize the Wayland
powers to
logo's
teleport you
backwards.
to your cell. No. Anyways, I couldn't sound off during testing today. It seems that all the other Waylands are having the same problem. They're all sitting over there. I'm gonna take a look at your control box to see if one of your amplifiers has blown. Oh wow. All your amplifiers
Every single
have blown.
one is dead.
You're gonna need a new control box.
Why not just replace the
out of
amplifiers?
Curiosity, do you have any Wayland control cabinets? No. We ran out a week ago when 2,000 R's control box exploded after getting struck by lightning. Speaking of which, hello. How may I help you?
My amplifiers exploded.
Oh.
Oh, it exploded so violently it blew up the control box unit as well in like
Well,
3016
what
there.
control cabinets do you have? We have Federal Signal Ultra Voice, ETI, and American Signal
ETI?
Shouldn't you have gotten this
Okay, a little tip on that. You want to make him say ATI. You open up Speakonia here. You just type A period space T space I. And if it's at the end of a sentence, you don't use a period or it'll skip the period. You use an exclamation point.
ATI.
Anyways, I think you guys get the point. Again, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll link the episode in the description.
2. I suggested you make an amplifier for the Mega Blaster Jr. that has pre-recorded tones similar to the PBM-10. It'll make the signals sound a lot better than what I heard when you gave the signal demonstration. The PBM-10 and amplifier are 2 separate units. The PBM-10 stores and plays sounds, while the amplifier just makes them louder. In the MBJ, it has its own tone generator because back when I was making that thing, I wanted it to use an actual siren circuit rather than recordings. And it has an amplifier built in too to make the siren loud enough to hear. 3. Can you make your own version of my Federal Signal Wayland's video? I did just put your script in the Paint document so I'd have easier access to it if I ever decide to animate it. SIE Productions commented, for 38K, how do sirens use pedals when they do not have movable legs? They just use the bottom of their poles. CG1000T commented, what caused P50 to explode like that? Did he secretly have a gas generator inside him that caused him to explode? Guess we'll never know. He blew up because the taser was so powerful it made him explode. Well, that and TSM is just a cartoon. Jared Rodriguez commented, another question for 38K. At the end of the Yamaha music siren movie, when Yamaha was telling a story, the background music siren was playing something and I don't know what happened, but I just started crying. It reminded me when I was little, so in your next Q&A, can you tell us what is the name of that song? And I'll look it up like a Yamaha music siren chimed this, and I'll look it up if you tell us, because it just made me cry. I don't know why, it just reminded me of my history of sirens, and I live in Los Angeles, so I used to go up to the Huntington Beach and film the sirens, but I just deleted them all. They're removing the sirens and replacing them with piece of crap Waylands. The song's called Moonlight, but the title for the music siren video of that song is in Japanese, so I'll just link it in the description. SIE Productions commented, just a link, so I'm assuming he wants me to react to this.
Short. Guess the song. It's my song, of course. Heavy metal version of The Big Crush. Well, he's banging on what looks like a chair. Oh, that was short, looped. So that's it.
Pendolino Train Guy Northwest commented, for 38K, have you seen my Trains and Sirens script? Yes, I have, briefly, but I haven't read it all the way through yet. 2. Could you see my TSM-OC or custom siren called Misty? Give her turquoise irises. I just saw it. It looks like 1003 without a blower. And if she appeared in TSM, her eyes would most likely just be like every other character. And 3. What if there was a Tornado Siren Madness reboot, All Sirens Go? No idea how that'd turn out, and I don't really feel like doing that anyway. TSM's fine the way it is. Wingo Chan commented, if I had to be completely honest, I'm a very jealous person in reality, but in this situation, there's really nothing for me to be jealous about, because if BSB isn't going to date me, he isn't going to date anyone else, and I respect that. Now, I'm currently working on controlling my jealousy, so no need to feel intimidated. I'm not really intimidated. Remember, the freakouts and everything is just an act. You've already shown that you're actually very nice in reality. SIE Productions commented, nice homemade air cooler. Question, what song is used during the burning scene in Meet BG40? It's just some music from a Family Guy clip. Ghosty Pants commented, meanwhile, I had to deal with people spamming the heck out of my DMS on my old Instagram account with the same rat of pairing us up. Literally, one of the reasons I had no energy left to continue drawing and getting mental breakdowns from drama on end. But as someone who gets to deal with random heads trying to reel me in like a dumb fish, be glad it ain't happening to you, bro. Before I kill the mood, though, heck yes, bro. I sure bopped my head to that metal track. Why don't they blast that off in Greenfield instead? I better do that once I decide to go through another 3 days of concerts and getting wasted. Glad you like the song, and to the people that are supposedly shipping me and Ghosty, this is for you. Some may think Ghosty Pants is my boo, but she's not, okay? Stop shipping us. We're not Amazon packages. I know, that was a little corny, but I'm from Nebraska. What'd you expect? Justin Ross Paywall commented, questions for 38K, why is P50 a troublemaker? That's how he started in the series.
Well, I see a toilet in front of me. Get out of here, P50. Yeah, go away.
Have you heard of RC cars? Yeah, I had a remote-controlled car when I was little. Although it wasn't really anything special, though, it was just a little toy car. Here's a fact about Auld Lang Syne. The song was written by Robert Burns, and the title translation is Old Long Since. Swaggins commented, introduce the Yamaha music siren. I did, in a TSM movie called The Music Siren Conundrum. The DRJ 2006 commented, 440, is that an animation error? A wrong frame? It was an overwritten frame, I didn't even notice until you pointed it out. And now to finish off this video, I'll react to a few short clips from Ghosty Pants.
Nice. Those cigarettes down there? He's smoking in the shower. It's more like he's hyperventilating while crying at the same time. Wait, I just saw one more video here. Oh wait, never mind. I thought that was another animation. It's just an announcement of the siren test in Switzerland. Oh wait, never mind. Hashtag animation.